Hi guys, so I have a ton of gymnasts that complain of back issues. A lot of this has to do with just growing or just a lack of fitness or a lack of core strength in general. So whenever I've got kids that have just chronic low back pain or chronic pain in general, I'll pretty much have them do this list. So one of the main goals for this is to really strengthen their core under times of stress. One of the things in gymnastics is we've got handstands all the time on bars, beam, floor, and your body is under a really large amount of stress when they're at a handstand. So we want to make sure that their core is strong enough so that the rest of their body isn't compensating. So one of the ways to do this is to start with dead bugs. So dead bugs are fun, so all three of my ladies are going to do some dead bugs. So dead bugs are, they're going to put their hands up in the air. Okay, while they do that, they want to keep their shoulders on the floor, back completely flat on the floor. Then I like to teach my kids to go one at a time where they lift one leg up. Okay, we want 90-degree angle at the hips, 90-degree angle at the knee, 90-degree angle at the foot. So here's a little bit too much. There we go. Then their knee should be right over their hips. So your gymnasts are going to want to do it feet together. We want them over their hips, so they're going to lift that leg up. So this is like dead bug position. Okay, then I would go ahead and say, okay, and lower one side. They're going to lower one arm and the opposite leg. Everything else stays the same. We're trying to keep that back nice and flat, keep that core engaged, and then they can lift it up. And then do the other leg, other side. Opposite arm, opposite leg. We don't want this hip to go any more than 90 degrees. Hold it for about 10 seconds, then have them come on up. Go ahead and relax, ladies. So I'll do probably about 8 reps for about 10 seconds there, 8 to 10 reps. If you want to make this a little bit more challenging, you can do this up against a wall. So ladies to the wall. Okay, so when they're at the wall, the only thing really that's different is that their hands are going to be at the wall and their arms are going to be bent but putting pressure on the wall, like they're pushing the wall down or pushing the wall forward in that direction, and they're going to lift their legs up like that dead bug position. Knees are over their hips, 90-degree angle. Miss Katie likes to bend it a little bit more. Okay, good. Okay, and as they're putting pressure against that wall, you can say, and lower one leg. This is a really difficult ab workout. Remind them to breathe. Breathe, ladies, in through your nose, out through your mouth, and stay in one. It's very hard to breathe and back up. Okay, have them adjust themselves again. Okay, you want to try to get at least 3 to 4 good breaths. Ready? And lower. 3 to 4 good breaths. In through your nose, out through your nose, or out through your mouth. 3 good ones, and then bring it back up. Relax, kind of adjust yourself, adjust your hips, adjust your knees, and try both. They really struggled with this last time. It's not easy, and relax, okay. Okay, so then another variation on dead bugs is going to be what's called 90-90, so come on over, ladies. They're going to do that dead bug position with their legs again, but their arms are going to be a little bit different. You can come on over here. Lay down, come on. Okay, so their legs are going to go in the same spot. The only difference is their arms are going to be in a 90-degree position, so 90 from the shoulder, 90 at the elbow. Okay, and while they're there, they're trying to push every single section, every square inch of their arm into the floor while maintaining this position. And their body should be feeling like a tug of war right now. Push your chest down. There you go. Okay, but they're still going to maintain 90-90 in their legs. Okay, and you can relax. So those are all the variation of dead bugs. That's really kind of isolating some core strength while their body is under a ton of stress. I also like to do horizontal handstands. So this is the more gymnast version of a dead bug. So they're just going to lay down, and they're going to try to make their body super long, and they're trying to get that back flat like a dead bug, but also they're trying to get their arms flat on the ground as they do that. So what Katie's showing me right here is that she has a lack of strength or a lack of flexibility and mobility in her lats because she can't get her arms all the way down. We'll continue to work on this, but I prefer to see the back flat and really them kind of using the tug of war to push those arms down, stretch those lats out. You can do those on your back, or you can have them roll onto their belly and show horizontal handstand here, where they're reaching their body nice and tall. They're still concentrating on that butt squeeze, back flat. Okay. So then another way to kind of stretch out the kids' backs is I like some yoga foundation, so we're going to do some cat-cows. So we want to really make sure we do cat-cows linked with breathing. So a cat is when they're going to push and round their whole body, make it as tall and round as possible. They're going to inhale on a cat. And then when they relax and let their chest and belly down, they're going to exhale for cow. And then they can just do that as to their own pace of their breath. Okay. I've also seen cat-cows where you inhale on the cow, exhale on the cat. So it's kind of up to you and what you want to get out of your gymnast there. Finally, everybody stand up. The last thing to make sure that you're doing with your gymnast is keeping an eye out on their posture. As gymnasts, we tend to see kids like Sarah who have their shoulders rounded forward, which is totally normal because from the time Sarah has been a kid, she has been taught to be in a round shape for gymnastics, in a hollow shape. So we've really strengthened those muscles. So we really want to make sure for longevity for her back, shoulder, and elbow health, she's rolling her shoulders back and standing tall with that upper back nice and tight. Okay, otherwise that can develop into some long-term issues. Then we've got Miss Katie here, who has a tendency to stand with her lower back nice and arched and her belly sticking out. You can't tell in this t-shirt. She likes to stand like this, with butt out, belly out, chest out a lot. Okay, so once again, if you see your gymnast kind of standing like that, concentrate and tell them to tuck their core in. It'll increase their core strength, and eventually if they continue to stand like this, their core is not going to strengthen enough to the point that they can keep their back safe. So correcting their posture, and then we also want to make sure our kids are always rolling out their backs. So Sarah and Katie will go at the same time. Sarah's going to be showing how to roll out your T-spine, which goes from the middle of your back up through to your where at the base of your neck, where your cervical spine starts. So she's going to keep her tummy tight, and she'll just kind of fold over that to roll out and strengthen out that upper back. Katie's going to roll out her lats. This is also really important for those handstand shapes I was talking about, where she's going to have her palm up. She's going to use her legs to kind of push and get that muscle that runs from the shoulder all the way down to your side. If she finds a spot that is super tight, she can go ahead and roll herself back and forth, give herself a little massage on that spot. Okay? So we've got kids that always are complaining of their backs, whether they're growing or their bodies are changing. And so this is always a really good list to help your gymnast kind of recognize how their body can respond to stressful situations in gymnastics with a tight core and a tight back. Thanks, guys.